Which is okay. Again.
A lot of people, yeah, I see that don't remember it. It was the passive in the second phase, what her sword passive was called.
Ooh.
Or one of the two, I forget if it was first or second passive. To present the conclusion first, no. The notion of the sword being a sentient one is incorrect.
What?
The locus of the will is not the blade, but the scabbard. An ego forged in a rather paradoxical nature, yes. That would be the most appropriate description.
Dude, I literally predicted that her daughter is the sword, okay? I feel like this counts, man. I don't know, man. And that it was technically an ego. I said that in my fucking video. Okay.
Sorry, ego's the scabbard, you know, that's not the sword.
It's close enough, man. I mean,
Nah, it just holds the sword.
I'm throwing you off a cliff. Not a sentient sword, huh? Ryoshu's grumpy dismissal made the scabbard quiver, almost as if it had taken off offense. Somehow I felt like I could understand what Homenheim meant by will now. It was a reunion of sorts, one that gave both a tinge of sadness and hope. If the scabbard has its own will, does that mean that the owner of that will can be resurrected? It is too premature to deliberate on the matter. The state of existence under question is not one that may be defined as death at this point.
I assume they asked whether it can be revived or brought back to life, so to speak. Even supposing that survival is a fixed variable, and that the reconstitution of the original corporeal body falls within the realm of theoretical possibility, the probability approaches zero given the limits of today's technology and conditions. We researchers are inclined to entertain even infinitesimal chances, but in the terminology of the lay people like yourself, such a prospect would be labeled impossible, wouldn't it? There's no need to fixate on the impossibilities of the present, Manager Dante. Such matters are reserved for us scientists to hold on to.
Right.
But we may have uncovered a thread, something that could lead to restoring Sinner Ryoshu's memories, though again, that too is merely a possibility. A far more practical avenue for you to pursue at the moment, nevertheless. And to that end, yes, further analysis on the scabbard itself would be necessary. Coordinate with Alan for your next duty. He should still be in the ring nurse father's quarters. That will be all.
Homenheim cuts himself off there, clamping his mouth shut as if any further exchange might scatter and mess up the theories he'd constructed in our conversation. Alright then, before we go, anyone want to tag along? Munching on food, averting their gaze, the sinners were pretending they weren't interested at all. Bruh. But going by the way their forks had long since stopped moving, it was pretty clear to me that they'd been intently listening in on our conversation.
Where are we to go?
Ah, right. Sorry. Forgot the rest of you weren't there with us earlier. Faust, Don Quixote, Ryoshu, and I have been checking where each back door leads. Oh, and Kira too. Prisoner of War Executive Manager? Are we talking about me? Yeah, I guess I'm working with a team with them too, yeah. Best remember to tread carefully. Should you cause even the slightest harm to the Executive Manager, you will be held accountable, without exception. Yeah, sure, whatevs. Kira needled at Otis with a mocking pout, but oddly enough, she didn't appear particularly irritated. Anyway, I think it'd be better if we had a few more people, just to be safe. One of the doors we went into earlier led straight to the rings corridor. That was a close call. Otis and Heathcliff's hand shot up the moment I finished speaking. I would very much like to accompany you, Executive Manager. I knew I could rely on you, Otis. And your recognition of my loyalty honors me, Executive Manager. I, Otis, understand better than anyone your concern about the peril of working with a prisoner of war, so liable to have your indispensable self proceed with only a handful of soldiers under your command. This cannot stand. I am afraid I won't be able to focus on other duties without personally seeing to your safety. Shrimp. I get it, Otis. You've made your point clear enough.
Not keen on how I just keel over the moment you summon me. Feels a bit dodgy, that. Better I stick by your side and scrap it out myself.
You probably don't need me to come along, then. I guess you can just summon the rest of us, like you did earlier. If shit hits the fan.
A research yet unfinished holds my efforts. I shall join you once it has found closure.
I don't think I can be much help wherever you're going. I'll pass.
I will follow if that is your order, manager.
No, it's fine. Just get some rest. It'll probably be okay. I can always summon them again if things get too dangerous. No, I should go see Alan again. Where the fuck is Hong Lu? He's still with Gregor?
He went to go see Gregor, remember?
But he's still there? Like...
Nah, bro, you know, he's probably like dead, you know? Hong Lu's getting ready for his funeral.
Bruh! Oh my... Sorry. Oh no. Dude, we're going like deep in the pits right now. No! This is crazy. Okay, let me check something real quick. Okay, we got an hour 20 before maintenance. Let's keep going.
That's time for 2 nodes.
Basically, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's everybody. Gregor, no!
서두르지 말고 느긋하고 여유롭게.
Dude, I miss him. Dawn doesn't do shit in this Blade team without him.
Ah, you've arrived. I was waiting for you.
This man always looks so happy, it bothers me.
We sifted through and isolated the doors with the highest probability of leading into the Rings Gallery. The next step would be to enter the alternate door you mentioned, but...
Hold up a sec. I was actually gatekeeping more stuff. Huh?
Gatekeeping? Are you saying you have more to tell about gates, doors?
Yep. That door over there. Pretty sure it connects to N-Corp's nest. I saw Albina going in all hyped about some and whatever it was. In that wooden door with the bandages wrapped around the handle, Papa go in there to cross out vengeances from what the book said. It'll probably be a turf protected by a thumb subsidiary or something. Unlike earlier when she offered only vague snippets, even about just a single door. Hero was now feeding Alan a stream of intel that seemed solid even to someone as clueless about backdoors. She's far more cooperative than I anticipated. Even after that Alan character roughed her up from what I hear. Yeah, you'd think she'd lamb up out of spite. I wonder if she changed her mind about cooperating with us. Cause Homenheim chose to save her, bro. He showed her humanity.
Real.
Nevertheless, we mustn't let our guard down, Executive Manager. There's no telling what she'll turn on us. I can literally hear everything you're saying, you know?
Alright, then based on the intel, please proceed by investigating the safest door first. As for the high-risk ones, I'll continue checking and let you know which ones you need to enter.
Alan tinkered with the devices around him and flashed a couple doors with blue light. So that means we start with those. Where do you guys want to go first?
They all look about the same, just start with the closest one.
Well, Alan did say that these are the safest ones, so it shouldn't matter which one. Just as I reached for the nearest door, as Heathcliff told me to, Ryoshu suddenly veered off, stopping in front of another one that stood a few steps apart. This door feels familiar. Recognize that door? I think I passed through it a few times when I was little. Hardly had Ryoshu stopped speaking. Fragmented memory over and parts slipped into my mind. Sorry, it didn't. Should have finished my homework faster. Well, I know, let's go for a walk. But I don't recall much about it. Memory just... Let's start with that door.
Okay, this one, yeah. Here we go.
Patient as ever, Heathcliff shoved the door open and strode in first. The rest of us followed, including Kira and the other sinners. And this place is... Judging by its state, it seems to be a welfare facility located within a nest. Most likely a park.
Every sod walking here is dragging some animal along. Means they've got money to burn. Proper rich lot, this place.
The walk, the past Ryoshi mentioned in her memory, and the sight of people fussing over their pets. Pieces clicked together, and I voiced together memory I saw back at the House of Spiders. Did you ever come here with a puppy named Sar? Oh, that's right, the dog! Oh. Yeah, I remember that. Not a puppy, though. Sara was a bit bigger by then. Sorry, it hurt a lot, didn't it? Should have finished my homework faster. No! Is she getting any better? I gave her lots to eat. Well, I know. Want to go for a walk? You love walkies. Sorry. There's this workshop Dad always visits. The door that there's connected to a park. We can go right now. Yoshi's childhood memory burned bright in my vision before passing.
That was her as a kid?
Verily, such gentleness doth seem most unlike thee, young Ryoshu. Hey, Clock, who said you could show them my memories willy-nilly? No, come on, you know it's not something I can control. You're good. That's probably not what she said, but she probably said, like, good grief or something.
Tee.
Back in the House of Spiders, I was...
No Sinclair.
I was the only one who could see the vision of Ryoshi's past. This time, though, her memories seemed to manifest for everyone around, just like what we experienced in H-Corp with Hong Lu. Which probably means... Why are y'all staring at me? That's so random, what the hell? Did you not see that just now? See what? You guys zoning out together? Guess it doesn't apply to Kira. And again, unlike how it was between Lindayu and Honglu, Kira doesn't have any direct connection to Ryoshu. I guess it makes sense. Was that adorable hound thy companion of old young Ryoshu? Indeed. My one and only best friend. And because of that, sorry. Would be locked away in the vault every time I had to depart on an assignment, with a spiral driven through her. First ever leash. Looking back, it might have been a kind of fate that she died sooner. Who would inflict such cruelty upon a voiceless animal? How can such wickedness be born? What happened to Saru in the end? She died before her time. I don't recall why, but there was this day when Saru wouldn't stop whimpering in pain, and I shut myself in my room crying.
You were, not someone else.
Who else? Of course it was me. Even after witnessing the fragment of memory, Heathcliff looked utterly unconvinced. And while I was grieving, Callisto offered a solution, that he would give me a gift the next day. No! What I received was something that he called the Beastborn Blade, a Canto that would whine and yelp in Saru's voice with every swing. No, no way! I always knew there was something creepy with Robo-Unk. That's how he killed your dog, huh? No. He didn't kill Saru. That Canto was alive. Did you just say alive?
Bloody hell, right, none of that, psycho.
Her eyes were embedded in it like adornments. They'd stare at me in accusation. A tiny heart beat as though it was quaking with fear. It was a horrible sight. I felt pity. So I shortened what remained of her time on hands.
Got me thinking after hearing all that. Why do you still mess with that art thing, then? Let's be honest, after seeing something like that, you'd want to steer well clear, yeah?
Right? Those things he called artworks are also cursed. Straight up nightmare fuel. Like, I haven't really checked out the other ring artworks outside of Albina and her nurse fathers, so maybe I'm just a noob when... I'm dying of cringe, bro. I'm so dying of cringe. No. No. Maybe I'm just a noob when it comes to all that, but yeah, their stuff never gave me any art vibes for real.
She's gonna say so real next. I'm gonna actually fucking lose my shit.
I thought the same. Well, I was terrified at first. Yet as I learned more, there were some facets that suited. I'll find its appeal in those grotesque creations. From what you've told me about Callisto, it looks like he failed to stick to his own advice. But there's something he always used to say. Art is wholly subjective, and thus one must never expect the understanding of it. The uncanny, the horrible. There's a beauty that lies in the grotesqueness of it all.
Can't say I quite get it, but if you say so. Nah, but bloody hell, how do you end up getting used to that kind of thing?
Why do you need to understand? You're not an artist. I got used to it. That bastard Callisto installation artworks caused night terror. Scabbard moved and Ryoshi came to a pause. It trembled, but there was at once a strange liveliness to it, as though it quivered between fear and anticipation. Night terrors crying from nightmares of spiders? There was actually someone who got scared to bring stuff back in your day? I need to check something. We've seen enough here. Let's go back. Yeah, let's... Nothing else worth checking around here anyway. With the inspection complete, we quickly followed Ryoshi back. She stood in front of the artwork, covered in sheets of cloth, lost in thought. Wait, there used to be a huge artwork displayed here. I don't know what kind of impulse struck him, but the bastard went about fussing, saying he needed practice so he wouldn't lose his touch. Oh! Mommy? No! What's wrong? Over there. Thought I told you to keep the exhibition in your room.
Ah, you've returned, Yoshihide. I decided to attempt installation art of a somewhat large scale this time, but I ran out of space in my gallery.
No! Mommy, people were screaming.
Dearest Yoshihide, Araya has reached an age where she may be introduced into the world of aesthetics. Surely this wouldn't be a problem?
Would. Liking it and me acquiring the taste doesn't mean Araya will.
I'm not voicing that.
Let's get you back to our room. Is hugging something? Sorry? No, too big to be sorry. Lacerated memories can never be made whole, no matter how many are glued together. We could tell Ryoshi everything we knew about Araya, but it'd never truly reach her. See, Void. This must be Araya. Sensation and emotion for what's been empty begin to untangle with Ryoshi's memory. That makes it possible for us to reminisce about Araya together. Soft rattle Araya gave seemed to show how pleased she was with the small step. Alright, time to check out the next door. We enter several more back doors that Alan pointed out. Fortunately, none of the places we ended up at stirred Ryoshi's memories any further. Pretty much nothing here. I think we're done. What? How'd they get in here? Kira pointed ahead where figures wearing animal masks were hauling what looked like massive lumps of flesh hidden behind a tent of sorts. Those ring assailants from before? Didst thou not say thou hadst sealed the door earlier? Then how do these villains come to stand before us once more?
They probably infiltrated via an entirely separate route, another back door. As you can see, their objective appears to be the retrieval of the Ring Nurse Father's artworks. Get on with it! We need to move as many pieces as we can before we pull out.
Why not just let them take the artwork? Wait, but I thought Robo Unk was washed!
Huge W.
He's got so many
I love
fanboys
Kira.
and fangirls here. I fucking can't, bro. Huh. Does his artwork possess value in and of itself? Or is it just a case of posthumous premium of death effect? Think about it.
Some of the pieces have already been taken. Of course, they are of little value to both our companies.
Watching them sweating and struggling to drag those mediocre pieces with them, pretty funny. And imagining how those pieces will be labeled with some pathetic notion of heritage connected to the name on their description plaques, pretty unsavory. They may be occupied with transporting those objects for now, but they will likely soon find cause to harm the Wayfarer and CE personnel stationed here. Executive Manager, it would be prudent to eliminate them without delay, considering the ring's reputation. Otis is right. Better wipe them out before they try anything stupid. Guys, looks like we've got another job to do. Lend me a hand. Radio didn't buzz with the Sinner's replies this time, but it should be fine. Lol? Bruh. That's crazy. Wait, this music?
Yeah, bro. You know, Sinclair didn't destroy Albina's boombox, so it's still here.
Crazy. The goat is with us. I can't, dude. Oh, dude, she's manifesting ego. Look at her go. Wow. Low beam.
She gets 5 unbreakables on like Ishmael.
Well, yeah, because she's the real deal, okay?
Getting cut in half was an upscale.
No! Do you think Otis still cuts her in half in the mirror world?
In the Lamau.
Oh no.
Yeah, cuts Ishmael in half, definitely.
Goodness gracious.
It's gonna be peak.
Honestly, I was really thinking, like, you know, Dawn would be Kira, right? But after, like, fully playing through the Canto, I think I can understand why Ish got it. Because basically the relationship dynamic is kind of similar, akin to how Ahab treated her a little bit, if you really think about it.
Because Ahab didn't care what her crew wanted, just like Mattias didn't care actually what Kira wanted.
He only
He's
cared
like,
about
oh, you
himself.
need food? Here's a bunch of food, even though it's not what you asked for. Well, you gotta go kill the whale.
Yep.
나쁘지 않고
보여드려야겠군요. 외면의 예술을.
Albino time.
敵は深手を負っています.
가족을 위해
That envy resin is crazy.
이제야 친해졌네요.
Middle moment.
Lol.
작품 완
그래서 이제야
I don't even know
친해졌네요.
if Kira actually benefits from that.
Probably not. But you know, Ishmael Kira does. And Ricardo Heathcliff will.
Honestly, it is kind of nice. We basically have a full ring team now.
Yeah.
Now if we could just get middle and
Granted,
thumb
I
IDs.
wouldn't count Ring Otis as real.
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, it is an ID. It's there. It's got the tag. Just like, you know, the middle IDs. You know, they're like, they exist, but you know, yeah, like them dying buffs the other middle IDs. So sure.
Lol. I just mean like we have 6 ring IDs now.
Yeah.
Unless I'm miscounting, but which is kind of cool.
We'll have 5 middle IDs with Ricardo. And a 6th when we get the nurse father.
Bias,
저의
yeah.
살관에 돕게.
And then the thumb.
나쁘지
What
않아요.
would we be at for the thumb? 5 as well? We got Lei Hang. No.
Just 4. Yeah,
4.
because it's just Light Hang and Sinclair.
Damn. Crazy. I don't know. I do wonder, like, how they will handle Valencia's ID because of the relic. Honestly, same with Matthias' sword
내가
too. Like,
어버이보다 뛰어났지.
I don't know, because we got Yi Sang full capacity. I think for me, I'm just wondering what the strength is gonna look like because for High Show, it seemed to be like a mixed bag once like after kind of the really big IDs got out of the way. Everything after just felt like it wasn't as strong.
작품 완성.
Chicken Heathcliff either pops off or is completely washed. Chicken Sinclair's washed.
As the goat would say, bro's washed.
Yeah, Robo-Unk is washed.
With this, the last of the ring's infiltrators have been eradicated. Is that all of them? Ryosha kept glancing around as if searching for someone, but fortunately, no other ring members were in sight.
Right, but where the hell were those lot coming from anyway? Weren't just the first wave, had more of the sods legging it from the back like they'd been lurking somewhere else. According to the tracking logs recorded by the surveillance devices installed here, they appear to have crossed over from another corridor.
Another corridor? What precisely does the designation another corridor refer to?
The room resembling a shopping mall, the one filled with batches of toys on display. Your company, if I recall correctly, designated it as the corridor of the middle nurse father?
I see. Oh.
I suggest we relocate there. Your assigned tasks here have been wrapped up. Oh, and before we set off, do you have any information to share in advance? We are planning to compile a comprehensive encyclopedia cataloging the notable characteristics of these corridors and all of their connecting loci. Your cooperation will be most appreciated.
Ira seemed to hesitate, gnawing at her nails as if she were going through an inner struggle before long. However, she snapped out of it like she'd just locked in on a decision. Sure, I got stuff to tell you, like, all this stuff. Some parts are kind of fuzzy, not gonna lie, but I can still recall like 20 places clear enough. I mean, it was just home for me and Papa, so... I got nothing. I never once regarded that fucker's room as a home. My memories are all fragments at best. Scabbard gave a faint, restless stir. Perhaps it wanted to comfort Ryoshu in the only way it could. And accompanied by its tremors, we began our move toward the corridor of the middle.
Oh shit, so we're just going through the entire fucking house. Okay.
Yup.
Damn.